And today we have Dr. Rashad Richey, who will give our inspirational. Everybody knows Dr. Richey quite well. And with that, sir, the floor is yours.
For the opportunity, Commissioner Patrick, to all of the commissioners, to the support staff, and to the DeKalb County community. I will be brief. I'm literally on a commercial break from my radio show presently. I was raised in DeKalb County. I say often to my listeners and those that watch me on television, I represent Glenwood Road from the top to the bottom. I went to Golden Glide almost every weekend. I just got finished reporting, obviously, on the tragedy of the 11-year-old who's now in critical condition. I was a gangbanger on Glenwood Road. I was a gangster disciple. Today, I'm a double doctorate, college professor, Emmy-nominated TV broadcaster, radio personality, president of Rolling Out, the largest urban magazine in the country. But I'm from Glenwood Road. I'm currently in law school. I'm from Glenwood Road. Good policy became a light for me. Good policy becomes light in the midst of darkness. So let's talk about good policy. Every single one of you as commissioners are in policy-making positions. Good policy, in my opinion, is deeply spiritual, because good policy seeks to create fairness among humanity. That's a deeply spiritual concept. So let's talk about what's happening with some of our young people. You know, we hear a lot when people say things like, this generation is lost. This generation cannot be helped. When we say those things, they may be accurate based on the conclusion of the data, that there's a problem in this era that did not permeate in the era before. But when we say this generation is lost, understand that it is not an indictment on the generation, it is an indictment upon us. If I say my phone is lost, my phone did not lose itself. I lost my phone. If I say my keys are lost, my keys did not lose themselves. I lost my keys. There was something that happened, a great disconnect between one generation to the next, and we have to repair that great disconnect. And I believe good policy can do so. Now I'm going to read something from the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. They say these are the contributing factors to actual increased violence among teenagers. Number one, exposure to violence in home or community. Number two, being the victim of bullying. Number three, exposure to violence in the media. Number four, the use of drugs or alcohol. Number five, the presence of firearms in the home. And number six, a combination of socioeconomic factors that include poverty and unemployment. Those are things that policy can help solve. This catalyst of enhanced or increased violence can be solved and mitigated to some degree by good policy. So what I present to the commission today is to think about ways, as you already do, to enhance your policy prowess to attack the underlying issues that lead to the increased violence amongst teenagers in particular. It's really interesting how nature reacts to light. As I said, policy is light. Policy was my light. I'm here today because at 17 years of age, I received a felony charge and was facing 22 years in prison in DeKalb County. There was a DA named J. Tom Morgan. DA Morgan did not like the new state law. That state law said that 17-year-olds are now adults in the eyes of Georgia. I was 17, caught a felony. That DA said, I can't change the law, but I'm going to change the policy. So any 17-year-old that comes before this office will receive an automatic First Offender Act, and they will have a mentoring program, and they will have a restorative justice opportunity. I took advantage of that. That policy is the reason why I'm felony-free today. That policy was life for me. Imagine the opportunities that I would not have in life If I had a felony conviction on my record at 17, that policy was my life.
Mhm.
When a plant is growing in nature, that plant literally grows toward the light. But research has shown that if you put that plant in the darkness and you then expose it to artificial light, the plant would grow in the direction of the artificial light. But if you give the plant an option and you put artificial light next to sunlight, the plant 100% of the time will grow toward the sun. Real light. Provide real light in your policy. Give them an option because they're currently in darkness. Those are my words this morning.
Dr. Richey, phenomenal words. Thank you very much for your insights. Much appreciated. And thank you very much. You're welcome to hang on as long as you'd like. I know you've got your own show to take care of, though. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you. I got to hop back on there. I appreciate your permission.
Absolutely. Thank you.